Welcome back to the channel. Today we're back with the Dividend News You Can Use series, a weekly quick hit summary of the market and upcoming dividend news so you can get the info you need and move on with your week. No fluff, just the news in about 10 minutes or less. So let's go. Overall market returns were negative for the week, with the Dow, S&P 500, and Nasdaq all finishing the week in the negative. This was a short trading week with the July 4th holiday, but Thursday and Friday sell-off caused the entire week to be negative. Notable dividend funds and stock results for the week include SCHD at 1.7% in the negative, DGRO at 1.69, VYM at negative 1.64, NOBL at negative 1.45, and VNQ at negative 0.77, which was slightly better than the market, but still down for the week. Individual companies is UNH at negative 3.41, J&J at 2.51, 3M at negative 3.81, Costco at negative 2.96, and Nike at negative 4.26. Costco released their June sales numbers and it was lower than expectations. And Nike reported that their inventory levels were higher than anticipated, and they're having a hard time selling off their inventory, which caused both stocks to go down. Across the board in the S&P 500, all the different sectors were down with the exception of real estate, so there's very little places to hide out this week. Even with the negative week, investor sentiment is still strong, with the fear and greed index still showing an extreme greed category of 80, which is higher than previous weeks and previous months, as well as the AAII investor sentiment survey still showing overall bullishness is stronger than previous weeks. With the strong bullishness, there are certain areas of the market that the valuations have become stretched, including the large caps. So the S&P 500 stocks, the current forward PE is almost at a 19, which is much higher than historical averages. So it might be showing that those stocks are overvalued at this time. Some areas of note is the mid caps and small caps are actually quite low when it comes to valuation, with a 13.7 and 13.3 forward PE for those two categories. So if you are looking for new investments, small and mid caps might be the way to go at this time. Economic data for this week is really about the inflation. So on Wednesday, we have the consumer price index here in the United States. The forecast is for it to be up 0.3% month over month and up 5% year over year. As you may know, the Fed's target is inflation of 2%, so we're still well off that target. On Thursday, we have the producer price index, which is forecast to be plus 0.2% month over month. Some dividend stocks in the news includes IBM agreed to acquire enterprise software company Apptio for $4.6 billion. They will be using cash on hand, and this will be closing in the latter half of 2023. As Shell also reported that their earnings from gas trading will come in significantly lower than Q1. This will likely cause the overall stock to be pushed down for the upcoming week as earnings come through as well. So something to be on the lookout if you're a Shell shareholder. Earnings was still very slow this week. The only one reporting of note was Levi Strauss, which is the apparel and jean company. They cut their outlook for the fiscal year after swinging to a loss in the last quarter, and their forecast for revenue growth is lower than previous estimates. And they also adjusted their full year earnings per share guidance to $1.1 to $1.2, below the previous one at 1.3 to 1.4. Earnings really do start taking off at the end of this upcoming week. Thursday and Friday, we see some notable large companies reporting. Some of note is ConAgra, Delta Airlines, Fastenal, Pepsi, and Progressive. And then on Friday, we have the banks, BlackRock, Citigroup, JP Morgan Chase, State Street, and Wells Fargo, as well as United Health Group. So this is really the kickoff of the earnings season. So the market might react depending on the results of these companies on Thursday and Friday. We also have quite a few upcoming ex-dividend dates, and as you're aware, you do have to own the stock prior to the dates listed here in order to get this quarter's dividend. So on Monday, we have Dollar General, MSC Industrial, and Quest Diagnostics. On Tuesday, we have Oracle. On Wednesday, we have Accenture, Extra Space Storage, Global Net Lease, Johnson Outdoors, Life Storage, and Smith & Wesson. On Thursday, we have Abbott Labs, Advanced Auto Parts, Bank OZK, British American Tobacco, Foot Locker, and Mid-America Apartments. And rounding out on Friday, we have Delta Airlines, Hormel Foods, Owens Corning, PNC Financial, and Watsco. One item of note is Delta. This is the first dividend they paid since March 2020 when they had to cut the dividend during COVID. So it's nice to see that they're returning money to shareholders in the form of a new dividend. This dividend is significantly lower than what they were paying prior to the pandemic, but it's still a step in the right direction. So congratulations to any shareholders that have held through over these rough last 3 years. So the undervalued stock of the week I want to talk about this week is NextEra Energy, ticker NEE. They're the United States' largest utility and a global powerhouse when it comes to renewable energy. The current yield of NextEra Energy is at 2.52%, but their historical 5-year average yield is 2.11%. So using this calculation, it's showing an undervaluation of about 19.5%. Additionally, the current price of $72.05 compares with the analyst 1-year estimate of 92.75, showing an upside of approximately 29%. So if you're looking to add a new stock to your watch list, NextEra Energy might be a valuable addition to your watch list to see if it's a good time for you to buy. Thank you for watching this Dividend News You Can Use series. Please subscribe and like if you liked what you saw, and please reach out on social media. I'm on Twitter as well as Threads, or visit our website at dividendstockpile.com. Thank you again for watching and have a great day.